Good morning, good morning. Today we're taking a look at XRP, Bitcoin, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, we had yesterday in the morning kind of like a nice little breakout starting into the day. Pretty aggressive price action to the upside and a move past the prior high here, resulting in a new higher high, but we couldn't maintain it. You can actually even see that the hourly candles stayed right underneath that level for the resistance that it came up against. So too much selling pressure showed up here, and it resulted in a breakdown and a back test and taking back some of this inefficiency that we see here at this candle. So good news is we're now still above the 21-day moving average, right? So we've been finding this average as resistance primarily, and then now we're kind of sitting here and we're going in for a back test for this price action above the 21. So that's some positive news. And so what we really still want to see is a breakout of $1.4735 or higher to clear this local high. So somewhere right around there. So around $1.48, we'll just say. So a break above $1.48 will negate the kind of downward motion. And right now we do have a pretty good solid curving structure here where we're just kind of curving along like this. And this is absorption being found here in the chart. So we would want to just make sure we just continue to see that kind of higher lows being set, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And as long as that maintains itself, we should be in great shape for a continuation higher soon. Now, Bitcoin did even better than XRP. Bitcoin shot all the way up and got all the way within like $100. 34, what is this candle? This is 73,933, and we wanted 74,075 or higher, and it got just there and started having to consolidate again. So good news is it is on top of this range. And if we throw a VWAP down here on this measured positioning, you can see that from the low, we're fighting up against these +2 deviations, but finding support at +1. So most people are right around here. This is where the level is, and we're hoping that this kind of curve up behavior that you see on the line starting to move a little bit to the upside will result in a continuation of this curve behavior and higher lows being set. So Bitcoin's looking like it's trying for the same thing, but so close to invalidating the bearish case and continuing higher. So very, very close there. Liquidation on XRP does give us a little bit of pause. $1.3554 is what we're seeing here. And with that level for XRP, we're going to be looking to see if we end up having to come back down into this region here. So that's what we'll be watching. Ultimately, I'm not too worried about it if it's a high or low, but I would really just like to hang out here and finally get it right for the longs for once. So we'll see if they can actually make money this time, or if they end up just getting liquidity swept in the never-ending, forever liquidity sweep, which is this market right now. So we'll take a look and watch that. As far as crypto fear and greed, we're sitting at 30, one of the more healthier levels we've had in a while, and that's pretty good considering price action hasn't really changed. Last time we were at 30 was like right around here, and that was just before a breakout. And again, here's 30 just before a breakout. So we'll have to continue to monitor that. Now, the memes are telling us some good stuff here. So here's Sigma coin, and Sigma coin has had a wonderful run off the lows thus far. And as expected, the aggressiveness of the move was too much, and it's initially going to result in a back test of this area to see if demand is here, if people want it at the 778K market cap region. So more absorption still playing out. People showed up and then people left, right? That's just kind of how it works. And our 4-hour stochastic has now fully reset to the downside. And you can see historically that when a reset occurs, price action breaks, or reset occurs, price action breaks, or reset occurs, price action breaks. So we're getting very close to this breakout scenario to happen here for Sigma again for another leg higher. But keep in mind, daily does have a little bit of a downside to it. So in these breakouts that we just witnessed, it was really the daily also pushing through here. So I would expect that we would have some chop here, and rather than more so a dramatic like breakout like that, right? Something like that, because the daily is a little overdone, I would expect more of just kind of like a chop region where we would just move through, a triangle consolidation of some kind, and then we can go once the daily has reset completely down here. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for the Sigma coin, and you can see that here on the inverse head and shoulders. So once the target is hit here, we kind of have this region, and we end up going in through the consolidation. So you measure the down to the head, and then you stack that on top of the breakout for the neckline, and you get the measured target. So if we do the same thing, we have a little bit more room to go before that happens. So in this scenario, we would be looking at, let's get their measurement. There we go. This guy goes to the head, right? There's our head. Stick that on top of the breakout. And so we actually still should be expecting price action to get up to 1.2 million before this has to go super crazy. So maybe something like that is probably what I would expect for that daily to reset fully and then give us the breakout to where we expect to go, which would be that million 1.13. So that's kind of the target that I would look before we would expect to see a further consolidation and a grind higher. So that's what we're watching here. So Sigma's looking great. We just got the reset on the 4 hour. Now we're just waiting for this daily to kind of finish its move. It's not too horrible, as you can see. Just takes a little bit of time, so maybe a week of chop, and then we break out to the next leg, or people just show up and buy more. The liquidity heat map says we do have some XRP downside potential, and we're looking into the price action. We are holding XRP above this level, and Bitcoin was oh so close to clearing this level we needed to confirm a bullish bias 100%. So, but right now we do have a bullish bias. So hopefully that was helpful, and we'll check in tomorrow.